If you're in the market for a new mid-range smartphone in 2025, there's one device that should definitely be on your radar: the Samsung Galaxy A56. It's been quietly making waves online, and today we've got some exciting details to share with you. From powerful performance upgrades to the new Exynos 1580 chipset, this could be the phone to beat in its class. Stick around because we'll dive deep into what makes the Galaxy A56 one of the most anticipated mid-range devices of 2025. Let's kick things off with what we know so far. Samsung is already working on the Galaxy A56, the successor to the Galaxy A55. We're not expecting the Galaxy A56 to arrive until next year, but has already popped up in a few interesting places, giving us some clues about what we can expect. First, back in July, the Galaxy A56 appeared on a benchmark aggregator, and just recently, the device was spotted in an IMEI database. While the IMEI listing doesn't give us much to go on, it does confirm the phone's model number and gives us an idea of what to expect in terms of upgrades. So what sets the Galaxy A56 apart from its predecessors? It's all about performance. Samsung is equipping the Galaxy A56 with the Exynos 1580 chipset, which marks a significant jump from the Exynos chipset found in the Galaxy A55. But why is this important? Well, it turns out that the Exynos 1580 is looking to be roughly equivalent to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset. Now, if you've been following smartphone releases for the last couple of years, you'll know that the Snapdragon 888 was used in a ton of flagship phones in 2021. While it's not the newest chipset on the block, it's still an incredibly powerful piece of tech, and it's exciting to see it make its way into a mid-range phone like the Galaxy A56. We don't expect flagship-level performance, but the Exynos 1580 should definitely push the boundaries of what mid-range phones can do. Now, you might be wondering, what's under the hood of the Exynos 1580? According to Geekbench, this octa-core chip will feature a combination of powerful and efficient cores. It will have 1X Cortex, a 720 supercore running at 2.91 GHz, 3X high-performance Cortex, a 720 cores clocked at 2.6 GHz. We can expect improvements in other areas like the camera, display, and overall design. The Galaxy F55 had a solid camera setup, but if Samsung's history is anything to go by, the Galaxy F56 will likely push the envelope with better sensors, enhanced software features, and possibly even some new camera tricks to make it stand out from the crowd. So when will the Galaxy F56 actually hit the market? While nothing is confirmed just yet, we can look at the Galaxy F55's release timeline for clues. The F55 launched back in March, so it's safe to say that the Galaxy F56 will likely arrive around the same time next year. That gives Samsung plenty of time to refine the device and possibly introduce new features to make it even more attractive to potential buyers. We'll keep you updated as more information comes out, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Exciting showdown between two of the biggest heavyweights in the smartphone world: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both of these phones push the boundaries of mobile technology, offering cutting-edge features and exceptional performance. But which one takes the crown as the best big phone of 2024? Let's dive in and compare them side by side. Design. Starting with the design, both phones have distinct looks that reflect their brand identities. The iPhone 16 Pro Max stays true to Apple's iconic rectangular shape with flat sides and soft corners. This year, it features an even slimmer bezel, allowing for a larger 6.9-inch display. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, keeps its sleek, curved edges and integrates the ever-popular S Pen, a feature unique to Samsung's Ultra series. Size-wise, the differences are minimal. The iPhone 16 Pro Max measures 163mm at 77.6mm, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly shorter, but a bit wider at 162.3mm x 79mm. That extra width allows room for the S Pen, which gives Samsung an edge in productivity. Apple, however, introduces something new this year: the camera control button, a capacitive touch key that allows for zooming and other camera controls with a swipe. When it comes to color options, Apple sticks with its sophisticated muted tones: white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Samsung goes for more variety with options like titanium violet and yellow. And for those ordering through Samsung's website, you get access to exclusive colors like titanium blue and green. Display. Now, onto the display. Both phones deliver top-tier screen technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max boasts a 6.9-inch OLED display with a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate. As with the iPhone 15 Pro series, you also get the always-on display feature, which lowers the refresh rate to just 1 Hz when the phone is idle. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind with its stunning 6.8-inch AMOLED display that also supports 120 Hz refresh rates and an always-on feature. One advantage Samsung brings is an anti-reflective coating, making outdoor visibility much easier in bright sunlight, something the iPhone lacks. Both displays are breathtakingly vibrant, but there are subtle differences in color. The iPhone 16 Pro Max tends to lean towards warmer yellowish tones, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a cooler, more tealish hue. A standout feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop its brightness to just 1 nit for easier nighttime viewing, great for late-night scrolling. Performance. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-generation 3nm process. This makes it incredibly efficient, with significant improvements in heat dissipation and sustained performance compared to its predecessor, the A17 Pro chip. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra is no slouch either. It runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, custom-tuned for Galaxy devices. While the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 performs well, especially in gaming and graphics-intensive tasks, it tends to throttle a bit sooner than Apple's A18 Pro under extreme stress. In benchmark tests, the iPhone 16 Pro Max leads in CPU performance, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra takes the edge in 3D graphics, scoring slightly higher in peak performance. However, Apple's new chip excels in long-term sustained performance, so if you're planning on pushing your phone to its limits, the iPhone may have a slight edge. Camera next. Let's discuss one of the most critical aspects of any flagship phone, the cameras. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 48-megapixel main sensor paired with a new 48-megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Apple has also introduced a new lens coating to minimize lens flare, addressing a common complaint in previous models. On the flip side, Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra brings its camera game with a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel zoom lens, a 10-megapixel telephoto camera with 3x zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Samsung has packed in more megapixels, but remember, megapixels aren't everything. The iPhone tends to produce more natural-looking photos, whereas the Galaxy S24 Ultra sometimes leans into oversaturation, delivering more vibrant images. In low-light photography, both phones perform exceptionally well, but Samsung's larger sensor can capture more detail in some scenarios. For video, the iPhone takes the crown with its 4K recording at 120 frames per second, ideal for capturing stunning slow-motion footage. While Samsung's camera app offers tons of customization, Apple's new camera control button provides a more intuitive experience for videographers. Battery life and charging. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 16 Pro Max packs a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra edges it out with a 5,000 mAh battery. Both phones are more than capable of lasting through a day of heavy use, but Samsung's slightly larger battery may give it a slight advantage. When it comes to charging, Samsung takes the lead. The Galaxy S24 Ultra supports 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt charging speed. Samsung also has reverse wireless charging, which allows you to charge other devices like earbuds on the back of your phone, something Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't offer. Software. Lastly, let's compare software. Both iOS and One UI are polished, mature operating systems, but they offer different user experiences. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is a fantastic choice. But if you're looking for more customization options, better charging speeds, and love the idea of an S Pen, Galaxy S24 Ultra might be the perfect phone for you. Ultimately, both of these phones are top-tier devices with a ton to offer. Whichever one you choose, you're getting a powerful, feature-packed smartphone that will keep you ahead of the curve in 2024.